Seraphina Beaumont opened her eyes with a splitting headache, terrified by the sight before her. She remembered that she had jumped from a 59-story building, not at the wild party in front of her. Theoretically, she should have been smashed like a meat pie by now, not lying face down on the table like this. Glass lamps, thin silk curtains, windows next to the table, white sofa, champagne, tall glasses. Seraphina hurriedly left the table, glanced at the girls who were daydreaming beside her, and ran straight to the locker room without turning back. She saw the locker labeled Seraphina Beaumont as soon as she looked, so she dressed, picked up the strange and old-fashioned handbag, and hurriedly left. She doubtfully stepped into the elevator, feeling strange. Why did she feel familiar with all of those things just now? Moreover, when did Hermes release this kind of old-fashioned handbag? Did she pick it up by mistake? She rummaged through it, and when she saw the black iPhone 5 in her pocket, she was startled. This was the phone she used in college. Why is this happening? Turning on the screen, she was startled again. 2013? Oh my! Could it be that the 29-year-old her of 2023, jumping off a high-rise building, had become the 19-year-old her of 2013? So that's how it was. No wonder it felt so familiar. That's right, in 2013, she was tricked by Lily Harper into attending a party, and lost her virginity. She ignored the fact that she was in the elevator and hurriedly touched her entire body. She felt no pain. It seemed that the nauseating incident had never happened. She looked at her reflection in the mirror, this innocent face, even the heavy makeup could not hide her immaturity. Who else could it be but her 19-year-old self? She opened her cell phone, her thumb and bright red nail gently swiping across the screen, each name in the contact list slid away like flowing water. The light from the screen shone into her clear, suspicious eyes, full of pain. The lips painted with bright red lipstick curved up coldly. "Ah, dear friends, I'm back." She took out the room card from her pocket, found her room, and started packing her things. She had to return to Beijing right now. She remembered that her life had begun to be destroyed at this moment. The family was destroyed, she sold herself for glory, and her dignity was lost. Being pushed to the brink of collapse, in the moment she fell from the rooftop, she had thought that if she could live again, she would definitely change the fate of her family and herself. She suddenly trembled. When she jumped from the building, her mind was not clear because of her addiction. She hurriedly pulled her sleeves and looked carefully a few times. There were no needle marks. Her heart was beating wildly, and now it gradually slowed down. She was too nervous. Her addiction would only happen a few more years later. Sigh, although she had been stubborn and unruly before, and had harmed many people, it still didn't make them use this inhumane method of injecting her with drugs to deal with her. Locked in a dark, dirty warehouse, continuously injected with opium overdoses for a whole month, those days of despair and pain that destroyed the heavens and the earth, no matter how many times she relit them, she would never be able to forget them. Every time she had an addiction attack, it was a miserable time, wanting to live but not being able to, wanting to die but not being able to. Thinking back now, she felt that being able to live cleanly and healthily was already very lucky. She did not want to live the life of her previous life again. Sitting on the private plane leaving Shanghai, she was so tired that she could not open her eyes, but her heart was in turmoil and she could not sleep, not even for a moment. She recalled her short life, 29 years. How had she ruined her life? 29 years, one period of 18 years, one period of 11 years. The first 18 years, she was named Lily Harper, a poor orphan raised by her mother Megan Harper. At that time, she and the wealthy Vivian Ashford were friends. Vivian was the only daughter of the Ashford family, pampered by everyone since childhood, always admired by other female students. A girl with such good conditions was very kind, sincere, and gentle towards everyone. Although she sometimes envied her friend's luck, she truly loved Vivian's kindness. Moreover, she also understood very well that she would forever only play the role of the female lead's friend in a TV series. Every girl dreams of being a princess, but not every girl can be a princess. Vivian also had another close friend, Lily Harper, who was then named Seraphina Beaumont. From the first day she met her, she did not like her personality. The two of them were irritated by each other's eyes, fighting and tearing each other apart in all sorts of ways. Until one day, the real and fake story fell on the two of them. Thinking of Lily Harper as a cuckoo taking the place of a bird, enjoying the treatment of the Beaumont family's children for the past 18 years, Seraphina's dislike for her escalated to hatred. Unfortunately, Lily was born with good fortune. After she was discovered to not be the biological child of the family, she was still the perfect daughter in the heart of her mother Olivia Pembroke of the Beaumont family. Even her twin brother Theodore Beaumont knew that she was not his biological sister but still loved her passionately. Lily had just lost the title of the Beaumont family's young lady when she immediately became the second daughter of the Ashford family thanks to the marriage between Megan Harper and Vivian's father. Even luckier was that her 18 years of aristocratic life had turned her into a lady inside and out, causing William Kensington, the young master of the Kensington family, to fall in love at first sight, and vow to love her for life. She was noble and elegant, although not loved by women, she received countless favors from men. As long as he was the one she liked, that guy would surely kneel under her skirt. As for Seraphina returning to her position, it is as if she was born to be cannon fodder. She had lived at the bottom of society for 18 years, and her inelegant habits had become ingrained in her blood, making it difficult for her to fit into the upper-class social status of the Beaumont family. At her 20th birthday party, she didn't know how to wear high heels, didn't know how to use a knife and fork, didn't understand table manners, and didn't know how to dance. Lily, on the other hand, had an elegant temperament, attracting the eyes of every man there. And William, the wonderful man, fell in love with Lily at that very moment, and from then on, he never left her. Only now did she know what she had lost in the past 18 years. She lost her education and cultivation. Everything that the Beaumont family created, the temperament and beauty that exuded from Lily, should have been hers. For the past 18 years, she had only known how to hide here and there, talk nonsense, cheat and use all means to make a living. She should not have been the person she was. From then on, she forced herself to spend more time studying all the subjects, while confronting Lily who took advantage of her and played around. She began to take crazy revenge without caring about anything. But her opponent was Lily, who was loved by everyone. She always had guys to help her, even her friend Vivian leaned towards Lily. Even her younger brother had a crush on Lily. Later, her family's property was lost under her younger brother who was not ambitious but habitually debauched, and she had drawn a bunch of enemies because of her revenge. In the end, her family was ruined. Her younger brother, who had always been coaxed by Lily's sweet words, thought that she truly loved him, so he worked hard to court her and was hated by William. Later, because Vivian carelessly revealed that his sister had been injected with drugs, he ran to find William to take revenge and was shot dead. On the plane, Seraphina dreamily recalled, and was so miserable that she couldn't help but scream loudly. A few hours later, the plane landed behind the Beaumont family's ancestral mountain. She refused to get in the car, tightly closing the flap of her windbreaker and walking back. The night wind in the mountains was cool and quiet. Her mind was feverish, now she needed to be clear-headed and calm. Whether the previous resentments were groundless or had a cause, after being reborn, it would be difficult for her to easily control those intense feelings. But she also understood that the important thing at hand was still to protect this family. She was unwilling to let her family be destroyed in the hands of her younger brother. Although she had only lived in the Beaumont family for 11 years, everyone's feelings for Lily were deeper than for her, but blood relations could not be erased. If she wanted to save the family's fate, the first person who needed to change was her younger brother and the second was herself. How to turn a scumbag from head to toe into a responsible man who knew how to take responsibility? How did she transform herself from an ignorant, confused person due to jealousy into a noble lady who did not revolve around others but only focused on transforming herself?